Tonight is my opportunity to make an impact on the British wrestling scene. Tonight there is 3 men and 1 belt. My belt. Doug Williams, the representative for British wrestling. Doug, tonight, I'm not just going to beat you, I am going to humiliate you.
Mark Underwood. I'm sorry, Mark, I don't know anything about you. I haven't watched any videos, no DVDs, I haven't come down the training gym to scout you out. In fact, I know nothing about you whatsoever. But then again, I don't need to, because I'm the anarchist Doug Williams, the best technical wrestler in the country today. So it's going to be quite easy to take you down, Mark. I mean, you're the FWA Academy champion. I passed that point a long time ago. I've won belts all over the world. So you might as well just give me that belt now. There's no need to do this tournament. We all know who's going to win. It's the anarchist, Doug Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, the FWA Academy has just taken a giant step forward right here at the Mountbatten Centre for the first ever Super Show, and the FWA Academy title is going to be on the line tonight in a round robin tournament. We've got Mark Underwood, the man you see walking through the curtain, your FWA Academy champion, the youngest ever champ at only 19 years of age. Mark Underwood will be going up against Dan Head, the top up-and-coming star right now in the FWA Academy, and some have said in the UK. And we've got Doug Williams, without a doubt, the finest technical wrestler that British wrestling has produced in the last 10 years. These 3 men will be vying for the top prize in the FWA Academy, and Mark Underwood will be holding that belt above his head right now and going up against the first round-robin match contender. We've got a packed out crowd here at the Mountbatten Centre, all psyched to see a night of wrestling action, and the FWA Academy stars will be hoping to step up to the plate against some of the finest wrestlers the FWA has to offer.
And his opponent,
speaking of finest stars the FWA has to offer, here he is, the man himself, the anarchist, Doug Williams, raising his hands above his head. An aura of arrogance about him. Doug Williams, however, is one man in this sport who without a doubt has the skills to pay the bills, and Doug Williams and Mark Underwood go face to face.
This is the first match in the round robin tournament for the FWA Academy Championship. To go over the scoring quickly, it's 3 points for a pin or submission, 2 points for disqualification and a count out, and there are no points for losses or draws. Introducing first to my left, he is a former FWA British Heavyweight Champion, the anarchist Doug Williams! And his opponent, weighing 240 pounds, he is the current FWA Academy Champion, Mark Underwood!
This will be, without a doubt, the greatest test in Mark Underwood's career so far. He's won that FWA Academy belt. But Doug Williams is no trainee. Doug Williams is a seasoned veteran who has wrestled all over the world, and these two lock up, and my God, Mark Underwood with impressive strength there, hurling Doug Williams. I was about to say, for once, Underwood might be matched strength for strength. Apparently not. Hurling down Doug Williams with the greatest of ease, but Doug Williams ducking down and looking for a waist lock, and Doug Williams with such impressive credentials, a fantastic amateur wrestler, a judo champion, and a lovely technician, as we see there, with a beautiful roll through and reversal into a drop toe hold with those fans here at the FWA Academy. A respectful round of applause for a man who appears to be letting his ego get the better of him for once. Normally a very humble man, rolling round with a reversal from Mark Underwood. Doug Williams, however, dropping the legs and switching straight to the wrist, controlling the big man. Mark Underwood, however, with a lovely three-quarter roll and fantastic reversal there, switching round into a front face lock. Williams searching for a way out, and Mark Underwood just burying a knee straight into the face of Williams. The odds are stacked against Mark Underwood this night. That belt could very easily fall into the hands of the Anarchist, something that Mark Underwood really doesn't want to happen. And Doug Williams now with a headlock cinched on incredibly hard. Underwood with incredible strength, lifting Williams up into the air. Williams managing to land on his feet the first time, but getting hurled onto his back the second. Underwood, a man of consummate strength and great composure, not showing any signs of angst or worry, going up against a man the likes of Doug Williams. And Williams hopping backwards and rolling back, taking that leg. He's got the ankle pick and pushing backwards those enormous legs of Mark Underwood, pushing Williams straight onto his back and shoulders, but Williams ever tenacious, hopping straight back on once more, drop back. Underwood attempting to sit up, but no. Underwood having his leg wrenched one more time. Doug Williams barring the leg now, and Underwood is in a vast amount of pain. Series of shots to the back, and Williams forced to let go. Underwood latching that front face lock right back on and burying one more knee into the head of Williams. Williams searching for the ropes, perhaps sensibly in this situation, and goodness me, disgusting snot rag from Mark Underwood, who drops a bow to the fans here at the Mountbatten Centre. Williams perhaps a little unsettled, but back on his feet, and goodness me, lovely shot there to Underwood, and a hard European uppercut. One more from this consummate British professional, and once more Williams taking him around in a hammerlock and straight into a wrist lock. There are very few men in this world who can match Doug Williams hold for hold on the mat, but strength for strength, Mark Underwood is more than holding his own. He's asking for another one, and Underwood is looking for a back body drop. Williams scouting it, however. Irish whip and a sleep. And a spine buster, my goodness me. Doug Williams taking onto his back, 1-2, and a kick out from the Anarchist.
Come on, Doug!
Underwood, of course, never afraid of bending the rules when it suits him. Very disdainfully humiliating Doug Williams, just as he claims he would. So far, perhaps then, Underwood's game plan. Williams rolled back into the ring, being dominated physically so far by Mark Underwood. Underwood showing every sign of being that bit stronger than Doug Williams. Not always a position Williams is familiar with. He's gone up against wrestlers of varying sizes, but in Britain, and given his condition, Doug Williams is one of the strongest and best conditioned athletes you will find within the squared circle. Another shot to the back, and Mark Underwood is really taking Doug Williams to town, looking for a body slam, and he gets it, and charging off the rope and dropping a lovely elbow buried into the sternum of Doug Williams. Williams with a kick out, and goodness me, another cover attempt, and one more. Underwood perhaps starting to get frustrated, and Doug Williams raising that shoulder high into the air, shaking his hand, doing his best to stay within this matchup.
Come on, Doug!
And of course, both competitors must wrestle at least one more time. Dan Head, of course, with 2 more matches, he has yet to compete. Both these competitors with 1 more match each, such is the nature of the round robin tournament. And we have the first matchup of the tournament opening the show. Underwood remaining steadfastly on top, but Doug Williams reversing, Irish whip into the buckle, and a back body drop plants Williams on the apron, dropping down though, and Mark Underwood, his throat bounced across the top strand, and Underwood finally taken off his feet. A bit of wily work there from the Anarchist, gradually climbing back up onto the apron. Double axe handle shot blocked, And Doug Williams, goodness me. Float up, blockbuster by Doug Williams. 1, 2, and a kick out at the last moment there by Mark Underwood. Underwood being lifted back up to his feet, and Doug Williams, ever resourceful and ever aggressive, getting back into the zone of this matchup, looking for a body slam of his own, and he gets it. Fine work there from the anarchist, who bounces off the bottom rope and drops a knee. Make that 2, and a third, and 1, 2. Could that be all? No. The FWA Academy champion is not being downed quite that easily. Corner now. Williams with another Irish whip, charging in, hitting a high knee to the sternum, and one more, knocking Underwood down. Underwood being lifted back to his feet now. Doug Williams methodically working through at a fantastic pace and climbing to the top rope. Could it be that bomb scare knee drop? Williams up on the top strand and leaping, and he hits it. Goodness me, this could easily be all. 1, 2, and no! Underwood kicking out before the 3 count. The bomb scare knee drop was not enough. Doug Williams looking not as frustrated, not as perturbed as he well might. And a gut-wrench suplex. Doug Williams proving he is no slouch in the strength department himself. And when he has him on the back foot, he is more than capable of hoisting Mark Underwood around the ring. Hard forearm. Make that 3. And another, but my goodness me, head and arm suplex, taking Doug Williams straight over onto his back. What on earth, an incredible turnaround there by Mark Underwood, ducking that forearm, latching on, and just about a kick out there, a 2 count, but Mark Underwood with the first enormous suplex of the matchup, and Mark Underwood has plenty more in store if he has his way, no doubt. Williams absolutely fantastic, but being hurled over with an enormous T-bone suplex by Mark Underwood, who has a disturbing arsenal. 1, 2, and Doug Williams not even raising a shoulder this time, simply placing 1 foot on the middle strand. Perhaps not enough energy, perhaps simply conserving what little he has left. Either way, he's still in the matchup. Mark Underwood now must be feeling that perhaps he has got him on the back foot. And how must Underwood be thinking going into this matchup against the most experienced competitor he's ever faced? And another spinebuster. 1, 2, and a kick out. And he is more than holding his own. A very impressive performance so far from Mark Underwood, who has dominated both the early and later goings of the matchup. Doug Williams having to use his resources and all his wits in order to stay on top of this matchup. Underwood dominating with an Irish whip, and now looking ready to charge in. And goodness me, referee Andy Quilden has just been taken out with a hard shoulder tackle. Clothesline attempt by Doug Williams, and there was the TKO. Mark Underwood hitting the TKO on Doug Williams. 1, 2, 3. Surely that is all, and Mark Underwood has successfully defeated Doug Williams, but no, the referee still down. Stomach compressed into the corner following that vicious gore-like shoulder, and Mark Underwood fuming and frustrated. Doug Williams slowly crawling to his feet in the corner, balancing off the ropes, and Underwood doing all he can, attempting to slap some life back into the referee. And there's the Revolution DDT. Could this be all? And referee Andy Quilden calling for a disqualification. I presume following. I mean, that Revolution DDT would have had the match sealed in favour of Doug Williams, but then again, so would the TKO. But then again, the referee was knocked down, and it appears as though his judgment is relating to that.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee has informed me that due to Doug putting the ref in front of him, Doug Williams has been disqualified from this contest. So your winner by disqualification and earning 2 points in the round.
there we have it.
FWA Academy champion.
Mark Underwood
Mark
rolling to the
Underwood.
outside. Doug Williams back up on his feet, and the referee with the disqualification award to Mark Underwood and Doug Williams. Neither man emerging the victor. Doug Williams looking frustrated. Underwood simply dazed following the Revolution DDT. Underwood on his feet on the outside, and we have seen the first matchup of the round robin tournament. Underwood grasping that belt and gasping for air as he makes his way to the back. He knows there's another matchup in store, one against Dan Head. Doug Williams does as well, and no doubt Dan Head was somewhere watching onwards, scouting both his opponents. He'll be the fresher man the first time round for whoever has him next. And my goodness me, they better watch out. Mark Underwood holding that belt aloft and grasping in his head. He's got a long night in store.
Xavier, you think you're going to come to my hometown and beat me just like that? That's not going to happen. We haven't met in the ring for over 2 years. And yes, you may be that little bit bigger than me, that little bit heavier than me. But if you come here underestimating me, then I will make you pay.
Ghosh, it's me and you, 1-on-1. We may be in your hometown of Portsmouth, but that don't matter to me because the beatings I give are all the same. They're all going to hurt Raj, and tonight I'm going to hurt you.
The following match is set for one fall. Introducing first.
An interesting matchup here with Rajah Ghosh being pitted against Xavier from Birmingham. We've seen little of Xavier in recent months and years, but it is always great to have him back in town. And Rajah Ghosh making friends with the fans at Mountbatten Centre and doing so with consummate ease. Rajah Ghosh is always a popular face. He smiles as he makes his way into the ring, but the man is all business within it. The elder of the two Ghosh brothers, Rishi Ghosh, since retired. Rajah Ghosh shaking hands with Andy Quilden, still recovering from that shoulder block he received earlier on in the night in the first matchup. And dear me, I'm not sure what Andy Quilden can be thinking will be in store for the rest of the night. Rubbing that stomach as Rajah Ghosh awaits the arrival of his opponent, none other than Xavier. Here he is, Xavier making his way around the ring, and dear me, not having too much time for the fans it appears this time. Xavier standing atop that rope and hopping straight into the ring to take on Rajah Ghosh.
Introducing first from right here in Portsmouth, Rajah Ghosh. And his opponent, all the way from Birmingham, Xavier!
Ghosh stretching in the corner, making sure those quads, calves and hamstrings are limbered up, and ducking a clothesline attempt there by Xavier, and Rajah Ghosh firing off with a volley of headbutts in the corner. Irish whip reversed. Rajah Ghosh with those incredible educated feet, charging off, and a high cross body. My goodness me, Xavier back on his feet but being taken down with an arm drag, and another looking for a hip toss. Rajah Ghosh ducking a clothesline, but a series of elbows to the back and a beautiful neck breaker from Xavier. Fantastic opening sequence from these two, with Xavier emerging on top. I thought perhaps the martial arts stylings of Rajah Ghosh would prevail, but apparently not. And we're seeing some martial arts like knife-edge chops from Xavier in the corner. Irish whip, Rajah Ghosh, I thought looking for the Chindian splash. Beautiful agility as he lands on the apron. Series of shots blocked, and Rajah Ghosh tumbling to the floor. Ghosh placed off balance twice, And now it appears Xavier charging off the apron with a clothesline. Lovely manoeuvre there. And Rajah Ghosh taken down onto his back on the hard floor. Getting straight back up, another kick to the gut and shot to the back by Xavier. Another hard forearm shot, a clubbing blow, and I thought Xavier might have been looking for a suplex on the floor, the young Rajah Ghosh, but Xavier taking too much time climbing in, and Rajah Ghosh is without a doubt one of the most resilient competitors in the academy, and getting straight back on Xavier the moment he let up the assault. Rajah Ghosh, a very finely conditioned athlete, a very competent martial artist and all-round performer. Irish whip reversed straight into the barricades and a hard elbow from Rajah Ghosh to Xavier. And my goodness me, a huge back body drop over that barricade, and Xavier landing hard on that solid parquet wooden floor, and there is no give there, no protection, nothing save the crushing of Xavier's spinal column as it compresses against the floor, and Rajah Ghosh turning things around there in fantastic style. Lovely shot by Rajah Ghosh, and one more. Ghosh taking things back inside. Apparently not, and these two simply brawling through the crowd, and another elbow shot to the back of the head. Ghosh back inside now, along with Xavier. And what on earth can Rajah Ghosh have in mind? Finally taking things back into the ring, and we are back, and it appears as though Rajah Ghosh is on top. Ghosh dropping a boot to the head of Xavier. Knee to the gut, and one more. Irish whip, reversed, and a backdrop attempt, but Xavier taking Rajah Ghosh down, but a beautiful nip up from the agile Ghosh. Ghosh chucking a clothesline, and there it is, atomic drop. Xavier turning around, only to be met by an inverted atomic drop, or is it the other way around? I can never remember. And a huge clothesline taking Xavier down, and Rajah Ghosh is back on form. Could this be all? 1, 2, and a kick out. Xavier being lifted up to his feet. Hard knee by Ghosh. Snapmare. Xavier landing on his back, and a beautiful knee drop there to the head, and Xavier grasping at his forehead in agony as Rajah Ghosh prepares to take to the skies. Xavier up to meet him, however, and my goodness me, we've never seen that before. Rajah Ghosh being cut off from the top rope and taken straight down, and an enormous Jack-Zaguri kick to the back of the head by Xavier, and Rajah Ghosh turned inside out, dropped straight on his back with the force of that crushing blow to the back of the head. Ghosh back up on his feet, Xavier lifting him up, but no, oh my goodness me, fantastic reversal as Rajah Ghosh lands on his feet in that fireman's carry attempt into a manoeuvre of some kind, and drops Xavier with the spinning wheel kick. Both men now slowly get up to their feet, but what lovely manoeuvres there from Rajah Ghosh. Ghosh with such a martial arts background, we saw that lovely spinning wheel kick there. He's got fantastic flexibility and force with those kicks, but he's settling for a few old-fashioned punches here, which no doubt hit with crushing impact as well. And Rajah Ghosh there going for a series of Muay Thai shots to the gut of Xavier. And goodness me, that huge spine buster of Xavier's. 1, 2, no, not quite all. Xavier has been known to put away opponents with that manoeuvre in the past, but not this time, however, as Rajah Ghosh proves capable of kicking out before the 3. Xavier approaching that top rope. Rajah Ghosh up on his feet and looking for a double axe handle, and Ghosh blocking into a wrist lock. And my goodness me, a reversal of some kind. And here we are, seeing Rajah Ghosh's incredible capoeira background, a Brazilian dance martial art. Rajah Ghosh using it very effectively. One more time into a shot. Fantastic there, Rajah Ghosh using the musical momentum of his own arms to disorientate his opponent and take them down in fine and melodic fashion. And Rajah Ghosh with a flying shoulder block and rolling to the apron. Xavier is down on his back as Ghosh climbs to the top rope. He stands tall and Xavier turns around, but Raj landing on his feet. Super kick blocked by Xavier. Xavier going for a clothesline one more time, and Rajah Ghosh looking for the GDT. And Xavier with a low blow. And what on earth is wrong with Xavier's forearm? And Rajah Ghosh appearing impervious to the pain. We've seen this once before. And there was a cut. Rajah Ghosh had planned it, throwing it to Xavier and drilling him with the GDT. Wipe out 1, 2 and 3. Rajah Ghosh victorious there in a fantastic matchup against Xavier. Ghosh a little out of breath in a fantastic contest between these two. Xavier still on his back and Rajah Ghosh pointing to the smart. He may have a wide and varied martial arts background. Who'd have thought that Ghosh was a capoeira expert? Apparently so, but at the end of the day, it was the mind, it was the mentality of Rajah Ghosh. It was that thinking ahead which led him to the victory. That cut leading straight on to the GDT. Xavier hurting his forearm on the hard reinforced metal or plastic of the cut, whatever it might be, and Xavier still dizzy, getting ready to stand up to his feet, and Rajah Ghosh leaving the ring, but no, heading straight back in. Xavier grasping at his head, and Rajah Ghosh looking for the hand of friendship. He gets it. These two, a newfound respect for each other in what was an extremely entertaining contest between two stellar wrestlers. Ghosh heading to the back and jauntily procuring his cup for future use. Wrestlers would do well to take note of this and learn that you do not go low on Rajah Ghosh.
Well, FWA Academy, the show stealer Alex Shane is here for one reason only. You see, ever since the Wrestling Channel started recording Academy TV, all I hear about is these fantastic bunch of guys coming out of the Portsmouth Academy. Well, you see, you may think they're fantastic, everybody else may think they're fantastic, but to me, they're nothing more than another Alex Shane one night stand, ready to be printed on the back of the show stealer shirt. So tonight I'm going to find one lucky contestant to lay down on his back like some cheap hooker, staring up at the lights, making me look and feel good and proving why I am the best in Britain, the FWA British Heavyweight Champion. And you can rest assured, but by the time the smoke has cleared, the dust has settled, and it's all said and done, his career, just like this interview, will be over.
Today, I get the opportunity that I've always wanted to take you on, Alex Shane. For 60 days, I've out-trained. 60 days, I've out-wrestled and out-competed everyone who was trying to get this spot. Alex Shane, you're 6'8", over 250 pounds. You're way stronger than me. You're the FWA Heavyweight Champion. Alex Shane, going into this match, you're right, I'm nervous. But am I intimidated? No, I'm not. Alex, this is what I've wanted. To prove to all those people and to all the other Academy trainees that I'm right to be here, that I'm ready. Alex Shane, do not underestimate me today, because Alex Shane, I will beat you.
The Alex Shane Open Invitational has been answered by a young man known as Jamie Brum.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match has been set. The show stealer Alex Shane versus the debuting Jamie Brum.
And Alex Shane is none other than your FWA British Heavyweight Champion. Jamie Brum did not have the odds stacked anymore against him in this his debut matchup, and Jamie Brum is an FWA Academy trainee like perhaps none other in recent years. He has trained with such intensity, with such heart and passion, that he has no fear going into this matchup with the FWA Academy champion, or at least he says he has no intimidation. Clearly his outstrength. He also is lacking in experience. This is his first time stepping into the ring. Bear that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. His first time in the ring, his debut matchup, but still refusing to be dominated. Another lock-up, and Alex Shane, so tall, so physically imposing, simply pressing Jamie Brum back into that corner. Brum seeking it out, and dear me, Alex Shane dropping down onto his knees, and ever so cocky, mocking the lack of height that Jamie Brum has, and a slap to the face, a series of knees, and a hard forearm. Alex Shane taking over, however, and latching on a headlock, switching round into a wrist. Jamie Brum almost screaming out in pain, rolling backwards, nipping up, and now he's got Shane on the back foot. Three-quarter roll by the show stealer himself, and a wrist lock placing Jamie Brum in a state of pain. But no, the show stealer latching it round, and he's got a double Greco-Roman knuckle lock on now. Looking ever so cocky, ever so confident, and ever so arrogant. And a beautiful reversal there, or Jamie Brum rolling backwards, turning sideways, and returning to his feet. However, Alex Shane breaking it off, twisting round, and once more Brum in the wrist lock. Brum breaking it, but no, a somersault to feet, rope assisted, lovely manoeuvre, and once more Brum showing his technical knowledge. Now with an armbar on Alex Shane, and Shane there, a wily trick of the trade, and an enormous big boot to the face of Brum. Jamie Brum's head smashed against the top turnbuckle, and Shane now perhaps looking a little angered at the show of skill that we've seen from this youngster. That leg placed into the throat of Jamie Brum, choking him against the top turnbuckle, and Shane doing so once more. Brum once more compressed against that buckle, Irish whip, and a hard clothesline, smashing Brum's chest and face into the buckle, and Alex Shane again bending those rules. He has absolutely zero problem with bending the rules and even breaking them when it suits him, taking full advantage of when the referee has his back turned or is incapacitated for whatever reason. And a lovely three-quarter roll, the schoolboy roll up for only a 2 count, with Jamie Brum back up on his feet and taken down with a clothesline. But a lovely little escape there from Brum, something Shane was not expecting, and grasping at his throat in pain and shock. Alex Shane cannot believe what just happened, and goodness me, almost an Irish whip reversal there from Jamie Brum. Reversed back, however, into a pump handle, and Jamie Brum taken down. My God! 1, 2, and God, Lord, a diamond cutter breaking Jamie Brum in half, and Alex Shane grabbing against the ropes, but Brum still managing to kick out of that incredible manoeuvre. Jamie Brum almost killed and flung to the outside. Shane with such consummate arrogance, and now simply taking some time to get acquainted with the Mountbatten Centre fans in typical Shane fashion. Jamie Brum gradually climbing to his feet, or attempting to do so using that which is around him, and Shane waiting for him to get in, hurling him in onto his back. And surely not. Jamie Brum is firing off a series of shots, but Alex Shane spinning him inside out and dropping him on his back. 1, 2, and a kick out. Jamie Brum continuing to fight back when it appears as though all is lost, and I'm not quite sure Shane is able to believe what he's seeing. Brum now lifted up onto Shane's shoulders. Could it be the one night stand? I think so. But dear me, Alex Shane, looking at the fact that Brum is lifeless and this is his first ever matchup. He's going in against the heavyweight champion, and Shane simply slapping him down. This is incredibly disrespectful. This is, oh dear, look at this. Jamie Brum obviously helpless, obviously incapacitated, but my God, Jamie Brum blocking that shot, and a knee to the genitalia of Alex Shane, managing to duck a clothesline and block a shot with a kick and spin round into an enziguri to the back of the head. Jamie Brum, an absolutely incredible performance, charging up the ropes, rolling all the way up, landing on his feet, but no, an X Factor. Alex Shane taken straight down, and Jamie Brum may have done the impossible. Both men are down. We've got a standing 10 count. Jamie Brum has not taken too much out of him. All he needs to do is roll over. But Alex Shane starting to get back up. He appears to perhaps have a little more left in him than Jamie Brum. That's entirely understandable. Shane is around 6'6". Jamie Brum far smaller, and a shot duck for Jamie Brum once more, firing off those forearms, ducking everything the slower and larger Alex Shane has to offer. But Shane reversing, looking for a clothesline and a high cross body attempt. Caught. Could it be the one night stand? But my God, a DDT by Jamie Brum, and Alex Shane is on his back. 1, 2, and a kick out before the 3 count. Jamie Brum almost pinned the heavyweight champion with a DDT, a phenomenal reversal to a phenomenal maneuver, the one night stand. Hard shoulder block, and another. Jamie Brum taking Shane down, rolling up again. Can he be looking that X Factor? No. Placed on his feet, looking for a choke bomb, and rolling through with a pinning reversal. 1, 2, and a kick out. Jamie Brum taking Shane down to the floor, and Brum scoping out the show stealer, and Jamie Brum charging off the ropes, and oh my Lord, a flying somersault plancher, and Jamie Brum just catapulted himself into the front row. They got more than they bargained for there, and the show stealer is down on his back. Jamie Brum is alive and kicking. What a show, what a performance from this absolutely unbelievable young man who just put his heart and soul and everything he owned into that flight through the air, sacrificing his body, and oh Lord, an elbow drop, missing his target, and the show stealer is back on his feet. And he's looking for a chair. He gets it. Alex Shane, surely no need to use a chair. This is just maliciousness. And oh Lord Almighty, where was the need? A chair shot to the forehead. Alex Shane having to resort to brute violence. The referee has been taken down, and Jamie Brum is on his back. This is a simply disgusting show of force by Alex Shane. He should have pinned him by fair means, but no. 1, 2. And my God, Jamie Brum just kicked out, and Alex Shane cannot believe his eyes, and to be quite frank, neither can I. Alex Shane using a chair to the head of this young man, but it did no good because he kicked out. We've got a choke bomb. 1, 2, and Jamie Brum just will not quit. Alex Shane has no idea what is going on. I'm completely flabbergasted. Referee Andy Quilden barely on his feet. No idea what is going on, making that count. And Jamie Brum once more staggering to his feet. Must be on pure adrenaline and a small package. 1, 2, this could be all. No, Alex Shane just able to kick out. But what a stellar performance from this young man. Alex Shane now back up on his feet, and he's got it hooked up for the one-night stand. But no, incredibly enough, Jamie Brum still on his feet, battering down with all that he possesses and an enormous big boot. Surely this must be all. 1, 2, and 3. Finally, Alex Shane doing the inevitable. Jamie Brum succumbing perhaps to what everybody thought would happen, but my goodness me, there are a few moments there when people's hearts were in their mouths, none more so than Alex Shane, who nearly lost to a young man in his first ever matchup. Bear that in mind. By the name of James Brum, the show stealer, ever so cocky. Now he's garnered that victory, but it took a hell of a lot of effort to get. And what a wonderful performance from this young man. Such heart, passion and bravery cannot be faulted. This man is definitely a prospect to look out for in the future. The show stealer Alex Shane, still your FWA heavyweight champion. Remember that. But also remember the name of James Brum, a man to look out for in years to come, no doubt. Slowly being lifted to his feet and climbing to the floor. James Brum has more than earned the respect of the fans here at the Mountbatten Centre.
So the day's finally come. Dan Head steps up to the plate in one of the biggest nights of his career, a round-robin challenge for the FWA Academy Championship. Doug Williams and Mark Underwood, there's two things I can say to you. 1, welcome to Portsmouth. 2, welcome to my classroom. So Doug and Mark, if you think you're ready, then put your desk up to the blackboard, take out your pencils, take out your notepad, because this time it's a higher education. Dan Head. Dan, I hope you realise that you're stepping into the ring with the best technical wrestler this country's ever produced. I hope you realise that. I hope that you've been training week after week, day after day, hour after hour, to get down on the mat with the anarchist, Doug Williams. I hope you're not one of these guys that jumps to the top rope, springs about, flips and flops, a glorified gymnast. I hope you're someone that knows how to wrestle properly, because you're going to need to when you wrestle me, and if you have any chance at all of progressing in the round-robin tournament.
The second round-robin tournament challenge, and Dan Head is out, and he is looking psyched, pumped and ready for action at the Mountbatten Centre on this Academy Super Show. Dan Head making his way around the ring, looking ever so ready for action, and what a year it's been for Dan Head. The last year of his career has seen him make such incredible leaps and bounds within this sport, and perhaps now more than ever he is ready to do what he's claimed he will do and step up to the plate in this round-robin tournament, take the belt, take down Doug Williams and show the world what Dan Head is all about. However, his opponent is a man by the name of the Anarchist, who is more than willing to stretch Dan Head into 1,000 pieces, take that belt home and add it to the collection of the many he currently owns and has won in the past. Williams clapping his hands, looking ever so calm and unperturbed. It should be noted that Doug reported backstage in between the start of this matchup and his previous matchup, a returning twinge of a previous shoulder injury he suffered a few weeks back. It remains to be seen how that will affect him.
From Maidstone in Kent, he is the Anarchist, Doug Williams! And his opponent from right here in Portsmouth, Dan Head!
And Dan Head winding up and raising his hand high into the air once more. One of the biggest matches of his career to date against the far more experienced Doug Williams, a veteran of the British scene, a shining beacon of the British style, an ambassador for our sport which he takes all over the world. But it should be noted that more than anything, everything that Dan Head wishes to be can be epitomised in Doug Williams. Dan Head wishes to be that ambassador. Dan Head wishes to be that beacon of British wrestling. Dan Head has the drive and the will. He has the talent. Will he succeed? This is his biggest challenge in his already blossoming career. These two locking up, and Dan Head with a headlock, locked straight on the Anarchist. Williams twisting out, Dan Head twisting straight back round. Williams dropping him down, applying pressure, and searching for a way out. Beautiful headstand, head nip out, and a wrist lock for Danny Head. Head with a 3/4 roll, roll backwards and head flip up. Vintage Dan Head, and a side headlock attempt by Dan Head. He gets it, locking it straight on. And Doug Williams clearly with the advantage of strength here, but looking for a bit of speed with that leapfrog, and Dan Head playing him at his own game. Perhaps not something the Anarchist would have expected as he latches on that headlock. Dan Head, the hometown favourite from right here in Portsmouth, and a pin attempt in that waistlock by the Anarchist, with Dan Head with the headlock still locked on ever so firmly. It should be noted, right there by the Anarchist, and Doug Williams failing to the outside, dear me. Should be noted that, much like Mark Underwood, Dan Head is visibly refusing to be intimidated by the wrestler who views across the ring from him, the Anarchist, Doug Williams. And Doug climbing back into the ring, straight back, ready to lock horns with Dan Head one more time. Williams perhaps reviewing his game plan, perhaps it wasn't working too well, and Williams lifting him up in a side waistlock, almost a bear hug of sorts. And this time lifting up and dumping him on the top rope, breaking that headlock and stepping backwards. I thought we were going to see a clean break, but no, Dan Head confused as to why he was up there, but Doug Williams leaping back in and applying the boots liberally. Dan Head now backwards, bent into that tree of woe position. Magnificent European uppercut from the Anarchist. Enormous headbutt sending Dan Head reeling, and a great big body slam. And again, vintage Doug Williams, bottom rope bouncing knee drops, and a third. Dan Head covering his face, and Doug Williams simply waiting to stomp. Hard forearm to the side of the head. Dan Head fighting his way back up to his feet.
Come on, Dan!
Snapmare down, and a lovely triangle choke. Doug Williams. Dan Head attempting to refuse to submit, and I may have miscalled that. Perhaps a head scissors would be more appropriate. Dan Head, however, still refusing to submit. His hand raised high into the air, shaking and quivering with pain and adrenaline. Is that a tug of the hair we saw from Doug Williams? May or may not have been, it doesn't matter. He's let go now, and an Irish whip sending Dan Head off the ropes. But no, that knee brushed past, and Dan Head with a flying head scissors taking Doug Williams all the way down. Williams rolling to the outside, and Dan Head climbing up on the top rope, and that flying headbutt dive straight down to the floor. Dan Head sailing through the air, and he is taking risks in his first match of the night, and he is back up on his feet. Dan Head is pure dynamite. Williams climbing back up to his feet, but Dan Head scored big time with that flying headbutt to the floor. Head looking for a shake of the hands, and Doug Williams second guessing him and frankly outclassing him with that bit of chicanery. Pin attempt, Dan Head kicking out, and Doug Williams proving just why he is the Anarchist, just why he is such a well-respected veteran. He knows every trick of the trade, and he will break any rule that he has to, just like they're completely unsportsmanlike. But did Doug Williams care? I honestly don't think he did. Oh, down to the floor. Dan Head being met by the Anarchist, Doug Williams. Back climbing to his feet, and Doug Williams with a fist straight to the forehead. And now turning his face away from the referee and indeed the camera, or whatever it wasn't pretty, perhaps a rape to the eyes or something. And Doug Williams looking for his patented pile driver, but my goodness me, no! A big back body drop on the floor, and Dan Head once more creating a vital opportunity for himself. Doug Williams crawling away on his hands and knees, and a hard shot to the back. Williams roll back in, Dan Head crawling in to meet him. That manoeuvre must have taken its toll on Williams. Irish whip and a hard elbow to the back. And goodness me, out of nowhere, a jawbreaker dropping Dan Head straight back down. Williams ever so wily, putting that enormous forearm another series of punches straight to the face. Doug Williams having a quick debate with the referee as to the legality of his actions. To be honest, I'm not particularly sure he cares all that much. And a series of headbutts, a kick to the face, and one more. And Doug Williams dropping the knee. Dan Head, however, bouncing off the rope and firing back with momentum. One more shot and a kick to the gut and shot to the face, sending Dan Head straight back down onto his back. Hard elbow and an enormous chop. Williams now peppering Dan Head with multiple forearms, the Head crawling off the rope, charging into an enormous headbutt, and a second, sending Doug Williams all the way down onto his back. Lifting up, could it be time for higher education? No, enormous back suplex, dropping Dan Head straight down, and Doug Williams ever so pleased with himself there. But Dan Head proved he had a little more in him than perhaps Doug Williams had predicted, and you never underestimate a fighter like Dan Head, a man who will battle onwards. And a lovely gut-wrench suplex from the Anarchist. 1, 2, and a kick out. Both men crawling to their feet. Doug Williams with a distinct advantage, looking for a neck breaker. He gets it. Dan Head's grasping at his head and neck, wriggling in pain and agony. Doug Williams looking ever so pleased with himself, on a jumping knee drop buried firmly into the face of Dan Head. And could Doug Williams be looking for the bomb scare knee drop now? But no, climbing up to the middle rope only and leaping off with a lovely middle rope elbow smash. Not something you typically see from Doug Williams, but Dan Head still proving more than capable of kicking out before the 3 count. Williams debating that as well, dear me. And an enormous suplex from Williams. Now perhaps time to get perhaps looking for that bomb scare knee drop. He scored with it on Underwood, but Dan Head is up on his feet. Was he playing possum? Did he simply find a burst of adrenaline? I have no idea. Doug Williams is on that top rope. Dan Head is looking for a superplex. He's pushed straight back down onto his back. Williams off the top rope, looking for an enormous flat back senton. Sadly, Dan Head moved out of the way, and Williams was met with nothing but the cold, hard mat. Head slowly getting up to his feet. Williams taking a great deal out of himself with that enormous manoeuvre. Head crawling to his feet. And there we have the headbutts. One more. Doug Williams on his feet. Irish whip. And once more, looking for high education, perhaps no Samoan drop. 1, 2, and a kick out. Williams dropped down, perhaps re-injuring that shoulder. If not, Dan Head lifting up, and it is time for higher education. He drops him. 1, 2, and a kick out. I'm not sure Dan Head got all of it, and Doug Williams proving capable of kicking out of the manoeuvre. Head now climbing to the top rope. We've seen him operate from here on many occasions, including that glorious flying headbutt. But no, Dan Head missing a top rope manoeuvre of his own. And that was a phenomenal equaliser. Doug Williams now back on top in one fell swoop, lifting Dan Head up to his feet, dropping him with a reverse DDT onto knee and lifting him up into a shoulder breaker style manoeuvre. 1, 2, and a kick out. Williams lifting Head up to his feet, Irish whip to the corner, and Williams getting ready to charge in. Dan Head, however, with a roll up and a kick out. Looking for a sunset flip. 1, 2, and oh goodness me, 1, 2, reversed into a sunset of his own. Dan Head almost getting pinned there by Doug Williams, and Williams catching him with a roll up. 1, 2, and a kick out. Williams, full Nelson. Dan Head dropping to his feet and catching him in a roll up. 1, 2, 1, 2. Again, fantastic series of pinning reversals by these two. Dan Head matching Doug Williams almost move for move. Double axe handle to the head, shot to the back, knee to the gut, and Dan Head looking for a suplex. He gets it. And Head getting ready to climb to the top rope one more time, looking for that glorious headbutt perhaps. He missed it once, surely he needs to be confident that he'll hit it this time, otherwise that will be a devastating toll played on his body. And my goodness me, he misses it again. Doug Williams shaking his head, perhaps mocking the inexperience and looking for a power bomb. He gets it. 1, 2, kick out at the last second by Dan Head. That Liger bomb star manoeuvre by Doug Williams, not quite having enough to get the job done. But goodness, it was close. Body slam by Williams. The anarchist climbing to the top rope. Bomb scare knee drop, scoring on Dan Head. This may be all. 1, 2, and at the last possible second, Dan Head raising one shoulder off the mat. Dan Head, who has missed 2 of his patented flying headbutts and has to wrestle one more matchup. This is Doug Williams' last matchup in the tournament. His second. He's already fought Mark Underwood to a disqualification, and now we're looking for a suplex. Oh no, a small package from Dan Head. 1, 2, and a kick out. Both wrestlers matching each other move for move and hold for hold, and it is so heartening and impressive to see a young Dan Head absolutely unintimidated, absolutely at ease in the ring, and Head with a series of trapping headbutts. Doug Williams staggered, and Dan Head simply pushing him straight down onto his back. 1, 2, and a kick out. Dan Head felling the mighty oak that is Doug Williams with those multiple trapping headbutts. The fans absolutely supporting this tremendous young athlete. Doug Williams must be gaining a measure of respect for an opponent the calibre of this, but no, Doug Williams rolling it backwards. What could it be? Only one thing, the Chaos Theory. 1, 2, and what was that? A 2 count of Doug Williams talking to the referee.
The timekeepers inform me that this match is a time limit draw.
Dan Head on his back. There was the Chaos Theory, and the referee talking to Doug Williams. A 2 count, and Doug Williams is looking extremely dejected.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee has decreed that no more time can be given. Therefore, this match is a draw, meaning no points.
Williams is incensed. The referee leaving the ring. Dan Head getting up to his feet. What we have here, ladies and gentlemen, is a time limit draw. And Doug Williams heading to the back, looking absolutely enraged. Dan Head getting up to his feet. And what a performance from young Dan Head. He's still got one more match left in him. Let's hope he can perform to the same astonishing standard we've seen in this matchup. A fantastic competition between Doug Williams and Dan Head. The Chaos Theory looked to have had it, but apparently not. And that means that's a time limit draw. Dan Head has everything to prove in his last matchup with the champ, Mark Underwood.
Right, most crushed in it. Got some match, some butler goose or something tonight, Andy something or other. Heard he's a bit tasty, so I brought my boys along, back me up. So I know I've done my thing, won the match, gonna go out and get shanted. And Andy, if you think the missing car stereo's bad, wait till you see what we've done at Hampton Court. Crusty.
I was on my way down to Portsmouth this morning and I get a call from the Duke of Danger. He says, Simmons, I need you to take out this new breed of human being, the one they call the Chabs. And I said, Duke, not a problem, anytime. But then I thought to myself, no, I'm down with the masses, I'm hip, I know it all, and Dan James, you call yourself the new kid on the block. But tonight, Dan, you're going to have to hang tough with Simmons, or you'll be going down to the Butler Buster.
The Chav against the Nobility.
This special bonus match is set for 1-4. Introducing first.
There he can be seen. It's Dan James, and dear oh dear, he appears to have rounded up a couple of local like-minded thugs. Oh dear, this can only be trouble. Dan James with a couple of as yet unnamed cohorts. We got one on the left, one on the right. Dear me, similarly attired, no doubt, both hailing from that same bus stop just off the edge of Kingston Crescent.
And his opponent.
And a very different reaction for the Butler. It's Andy Simmons. And the fans here, very pleased to see him. He's free of his lord, the Duke of Danger, who's currently residing at Hampton Court Palace, recovering after a cocktail party the night before. With the fans, very pleased to see Andy Simmons alone.
To my left, from Hampton Court, here's the butler to the Duke of Danger. This is Simmons. And his opponent from the bus stop at the edge of Kingston Crescent, this is Dan James.
And it doesn't look as though we're going to be learning the names of Dan James' mates anytime soon. Not that that particularly matters. I'm sure they just communicate in grunts of some sort. And the pikey taking it to the Butler straight away. Dan James, ever so aggressive. Andy Simmons, of course, initially one of the first graduates of the FWA Academy. He's been gaining fantastic experience working the British circuit in recent years, and different experience of another nature working as the butler of the Duke of Danger. Dan James, headlock firmly applied. Andy Simmons extremely strong, taking him down, but another shoulder block by Dan James, putting him back in, and this time he's got a sleeper variation. Dan James's goons lurching around at ringside, all as smartly dressed as he is. And once more a push off, lovely sleep by Andy Simmons, this time a leapfrog, and a beautiful hip toss by the butler. Simmons with a clothesline in the corner. And he's looking to take him to the turnbuckle, but no, he flings him straight to the outside, where he's anxiously tended to by his dear chums. There they are, looking on, and Dan James not looking to be having the best time of things at all. The fans expressing sentiments felt by most sane people in this world as Dan James puts his cap back on and rolls back into the ring. Andy Simmons geeing up the crowd as only he can. Dear oh dear. And Simmons having no respect whatsoever for this lower class peasant-like scum, as no doubt he described them, flicking the cigarette from one ear over in the direction of Dan James, and Andy Simmons showing some fine amateur stylings there with that amateur takedown and a waistlock on the floor. Dan James searching for a way out. He finds a headlock. Andy Simmons still with the waistlock applied, finally breaking off and lifting him up and dropping him straight down into a back suplex, and dear me, the cap is off. And Andy Simmons is most certainly down with the kids. A very jive display there from the butler. Hard elbow. And Simmons continues to work over the chav. Lovely elbow to the back of the head. And a wrist lock, knee to the gut. And neck breaker. Classic Simmons there. 1, 2. Lovely high lateral press. Dan James kicking out, however. Dan James's head smashed into the buckle. Irish whip. And a fantastic charging clothesline. Dan James compressed and taken straight down. 1, 2, and a kick out. Andy Simmons has yet to remove his unusual choice of headgear. Perhaps becoming a little too comfortable with the opposite culture he's conflicting against in this matchup. Dan James's head once more smashed into the turnbuckle. James looking a little woozy. He may well have smashed his head against the metal tensioner which the turnbuckles are designed to protect. And another shot to the head as the crowd express vocally their distaste for Dan James and his ilk. Back body drop, my goodness me. But Andy Simmons landing on the apron, pulling himself up and taking Dan James down in a head scissors. Beautiful athleticism there from Andy Simmons. Dan James being attended to once more by his crew, and Simmons looking a lot smarter now, has reversed the cap to be worn in its regular manner. Dan James climbing up, Simmons searching for a suplex. He gets it. Beautiful hanging delayed vertical suplex, dropping him down, and the cap is off. 1, 2, and oh my goodness me, and a distraction there both ways, and one of the men pulling Andy Simmons off, and the other attempting to jump start him, and Andy Simmons is taking them both of them looking very ineffectual, and Andy Simmons bashing their heads together. A clash of skulls in this clash of cultures as both young men tumble straight down to the floor. And let that be a lesson to them, not to hang around with such unsavoury characters as Dan James. And Andy Simmons giving both of them a hard-learned lesson there. Spine buster by Dan James. 1, 2, and a kick out. Simmons with those bucking Butler Bronco busters in the corner, taking a little too much time, seeing to Dan James's cohorts. 2 boots up to the face by Andy Simmons. Another 2. And goodness me, hard shoulder. Andy Simmons looking for the finish. He's up on the middle rope. Could it be the Butler Buster? Apparently yes, He nails it, and could this be all 1, 2, and 3? Yes. Neither of Dan James's goons quite able to break up that pinfall attempt, and Andy Simmons, cap jauntily upon his head. The butler has done his job here in the Mountbatten Centre, winning the opening match of this Academy Super Show. A lovely reaction for Andy Boy Simmons, far less popular Dan James and his new band of recruits. I'm sure we'll learn more about them in the upcoming months, but a disappointing showing for Dan James and the Chavs. I'm sure they hope they'll do better luck next time, but for now they should spend time searching for that bag which Andy Simmons flicked across the ring at them and is no doubt lying on the floor somewhere.